loyalty to a sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, Fambule, now welcome back to yet another very important segment where they can through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kago, and today, now the 6th of August 2022. We got three main items that we will get for can or pa. First, we'll look at the census where the Electoral Commission of Salon don't decide for use for we next coming election on June 25. What does this mean? It's very important for we pay attention and see how critical this day in the next election will come. Secondly, of course, if you didn't have social media, you know, say there is a planned protest for Monday, the 8th and the 9th. Waiting that we don't take as an institution, as a media house, we will let you know. And also they look at the power in travel, President's Bureau in travel, where one he spent more than 94,000 pounds. Why would they bring candies? Not say like the amount what we use for no say then they take a bigger candies. Perhaps this are not now they able just catch or the count the person will find out about we'll find out about this way now channel bar. And this I get the opportunity for sending you a text message. Of course, as always, as usual, we go read the text message. And don't forget, this program they come to you na Talking Points platform na Facebook and also live na YouTube at TPP Leone. Anytime you go to YouTube, not forget and for just subscribe, not free. And one way we said they promote the message. And we want on a plenty. Thank you. We see with subscription just the rise. And with me on the program, I deal with my colleague here, Dr. Alpha. I go quickly greet people in before we start the program. All right. Right, good, thank you. So we can quickly fumble on an no side.
Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to a sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, let me go straight to the point. Now, one thing first where I want to make less salon people know, now for make they understand, say, census now a very, very powerful instrument, a tool, a developmental project where all the governments then at the world they rely on. Why? Because you get boku help. Census simply now for country people living at the country. Though we know how much of we live in the country, so that any really and way government gets, they know how to shape this money. They put an A, B, C, D age on, and whose location forgets more because it will help we for determine how many people in they of working age, and also I will come now bring for like 4 benefits of census. One of the things for us about the first benefit for the census going to show the government how many people in the country and how they go able to develop and how they go able to develop, plan them, strategies them, project them for meet the needs of those people and try for know whose area would be underpopulated and overpopulated. Very important. Secondly, very important also, the census, based on the statistics, they release, it attract investor. For example, I will give in 1982, Ghana they released the census where say more than 50% of the people that are there within the bracket of working age. Immediately after that census day, we see back then, historically, we see companies and investors there, they flock into Ghana. So impossible because, I mean, all the companies in the world and they look for people, eligible working people and the people where they work within the age brackets for work. Very important. And also, it help we follow we able use resources efficiently. But we don't can as salon now. We can as salon quickly. The census na salon gets so many doubts because one, we see even we development partners where they help we in terms of infrastructure setup, in terms of technology, in terms of technical training, in terms of manpower. I mean, these are very critical areas and where the EU, the World Bank, and then can support we for at least we're able to do something much more clear and better. Then pull the hand off the census because they cite irregularities and other things in we now be worrisome. Government of Sierra Leone dipping into we consolidated fund take more than $9 to $10 million put up on the census. And this census condemned not only by the opposition, by even other people away now independent analysts there where cite the inconsistent. Now, why would they bring candidates? Because the same census so they condemn so people and condemn, but even members of parliament condemn now in the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone want use for constituency the demarcation around the country where that would be a worrisome. And a lot of people in point say the reason why the government, the first for me and use this data, even though not credibly question a sham result for benefits them. And one of the things, Lord Brinkan shortly, the Speaker of Parliament, I say Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Cherno Koko of APC. Now we bring kind of clip just a minute. Now we see what he get for say about this. Quickly, family, and just take a look at this. Like we said, let's just find this video. I did 12 offend the video quickly. All right, okay, I said those. All right, now listen quickly, channel back.
President who is now former, rather than debating very advanced that was
in name na Honorable Cherno Ramadan Majuba, the leader of the main opposition APC party at the Salon Parliament, and also he been take the floor at the well of Parliament Monday, May 30, 2022 for roundup from the opposition side, the debate for Sika President Bio in state opening speech where he make na Parliament this bientem.
Mr. Speaker, I will take you to page 2 of the President's speech. Paragraph 7. The President is very smart, very brilliant, very intelligent. Line 3, page 2, paragraph 7. When he was talking about the census, he used the word credible before data. The President is expecting the credible data. Very intelligent, very smart. But I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that the way the census started, it ended worse than the way it started. Data is far from credible. Yes, far from credible, Mr. Speaker.
The leader of the main opposition APC party talk about the midterm population and housing census, which in result just come out the next day, Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, as Honorable Ba not been wasting for condemn this census information and serve the results. We don't come out now, as he say, not a true results, but the Salon population and people not for believe them. Honorable Ba continue for give reason them as to why he say people not for take the census results serious, as it first begin with the procedure we get for do with the law with statistics alone used for start the census process, where he say get bought even before then take the documents na Parliament April 19, and even after that all the process them we then start with like the mapping of the host them and area them for the census where Parliament not been agreed for yet. That the same information then used for get the census results.
Mr. Speaker, like you all remember from Bombali, I did it this morning when he was talking about.
All right, so Famule, that's just a short part where we see the leader of the opposition, they condemned the census back then. And again, recently, when government, I mean, when uh, the commission, the electoral commission of Salon don't decide for user, we see even the mayor of Freetown, they even raise concerns, say they are appalling, it's shameful for we even hear say, then they use these results. Because me, I don't know, but Salon, if you are like we, everything it be exceptional in terms of development. We are exceptional in terms of the way we do things. If you are like within a different planet, different world, because now the one country this was say like the main city, the population they decline by more than 40%. You know, yeah, but any other, I don't know if he diamond boom or waiting don't bust now one small side where don't force everybody from the city for move. Now Laurie just quote from waiting in say. The mayor said the provisional result of the midterm census with 42% reduction in Freetown population do not align with reality, but will be used for the boundary delimitation according to the electoral commission of Salon. The negative impact of these resources of this on resource allocation, the development of the city, of the lives of Freetonians cannot be overstated. Integrity of the data is key to a successful census. Now, Freetown population is clearly growing. It's not as reduced from 1,055,964,000 in 2015 to 606,701 people in 2021. What now you take? Giving them strong data here. We see the Freetown population, whether the capital city, reduced. This new census reduced by 42%. And in 2015, it was not like this. How is it possible for a main city? We are the main city, the capital for make then get a reduction, total reduction of people at 42%. And that same census the why user for do constituency delimitation, demarcation, network user. What do you take?
Well, you know, politicians, that is, they say politicians for the most part will always be politicians in the negative way, how we as ordinary citizens they always they see who that them be say they are selfish and shameless human beings, you know. Waiting happen with the census like sham. Of course, only new to Salon. There is already a term for that one day. You know, them call it gerrymandering. You understand? When a political manipulation of data, of census data for give a particular group of people an undue advantage. You understand? Now only that's why you go see now we own census recently, 42% of the capital city population don't disappear. You understand? Now only Salon you go see that. Is the previous census who again a Salon accurate? No, I'm not sure. But I believe say there was no margin of error we go up to 42%. You understand? I'm not sure say anywhere the previous census the manipulate and reach up to 42% where you go see this such a huge discrepancies. You understand? I mean, then wetin make am already be a discrepancy, the number of people wey we get na the country is similar to the previous number wey we get to the previous census number. And we not get any clue of how people dey move from Freetown to one part. As you say, we not get diamond boom, wood tile boom, or some boom na a particular region of the country where you go say people left the capital for go thrive. Now the other way around, many people they leave the towns and provinces, them in Ghana capital for campaign a better life. So at the end of the day, I think say na gerrymandering go on. But as you already say in the beginning of the program, as a census now a very, very vital instrument for any country for develop. You understand? In this day and age, I believe say data is very, very much important for any country for thrive and develop. We need census. We need almost people and then a particular locality. By that way, government go able bring development, go able bring needed development, schools, water. For now we get a balanced distribution of the resources. Where if you find out, say, for example, let's say 300,000 people, for example, in certain location, go get 4 hospital, government hospital. You go na a certain location, you go meet again one government hospital for 300,000 people. If we get a credible data, all these things we're able to distribute and allocate resources, judiciously and make sure say people away they lag behind, we able to catch up for make sure say we give themselves adequate facilities, basic facilities for life. Now that census supposed for be about, But Sierra Leone are a classic example for sure. So with politicians, they're always like the easy way out. They're not like for work, they're not like for create things on them people them. They rather do things like this manipulation of data, the gerrymandering at the end of the day, and make sure say go to their advantage. But the funny thing for me could be, even though we ECSL1 use this data registration, they self get for make the registration unless they self join in the gerrymandering. But if they register people for vote, Freetown alone, we get for see a very, very big discrepancies between the amount of registered voters now ECSL and the registry then get forget and compare them to the statistics Sierra Leone. Unless if they say no registration of people, then we know they are the census data. Then they go able target the census data we then get. But if everybody getting free will, a Sierra Leonean citizen of 18 go register, then we definitely get for say the margin of error in this census is so wide, it's so skewed. And I mean, it's unfortunate if we politicians and they continue to do such a thing. I believe say the last census was not perfect, but again, we are now in new direction, in new dispensation, and if we see the population deplete by minus 42% now Freetown, then I think it worrisome because to me, I'll just I can say majority of those 42 people are dead, waiting kill them. You understand? Waiting kill them because minus 42 now Freetown, we see increment in other areas them in the country, but not in that order. You understand? So it's total. It's a pass to be honest, and it's a pity.
All right, thank you very much. So, I mean, why would they bring candies or to follow just contributors for sensitize the people? We know say we not actually get statesmen there. We not get state people there. We not get states officials there. We get politicians there. There is a stark difference between a statesman and a politician. A statesman, na person, na a politician in the name of the country, where they always think about the country first. Development projects have been tailored for meet the needs of the current population. Also taken in concert of the people, the future generation. They're not the only plan for today, they're the plan for tomorrow, where they not go even day. These are the people who will not get. These are statesmen. We will not get them. We get politicians. Politicians are people who they look out for win the next election. That's now they will get probably more than 90% or more that they will get out of the country. Their work, their thoughts, their mind, everything is about how they will win election. Because if you are truly genuine, sincerely, you want to see Salon progress, you know, go take this census where the World Bank condemn, the EU condemn, opposition not take part. Opposition, mind you, not part of government. Also, opposition is not an enemy of the state. They also get a voice. When it comes to census, you get for included. Any credible census, you get for bio the census. I mean, the opposition, when they can't on board. You know, go just use power and say, no, when I go, not go, they don't. You understand? You know they want an organization or an institute or a social club or a old school boy association where you could just use dictatorial tendency or whatever. And this now exactly then take place now. With country we see a census where don't become a sham, not credible, not fast. Then they try for can even on top of Salon people in there. But go wait and see now. So just one they'll bring calm that part they don't not self understand. Secondly, the other two we'll talk about Monday. I know say if you glue on social media, a lot of people and don't they anticipate they wait Monday because people from diaspora, you get some groups, you get some men there where they push Salon people there, say on Monday una for come out. Monday and Tuesday na a day owner for protest, for na right, for everything, na for come out because the country tanga. But I want just remind people something. I would just want to remind people last year something inside the Constitution, Act number 6, the 1991 Constitution, what it say. Last year, this let people understand where you feel saying that you right for go protest. I'm not denying not to you right. In fact, the Constitution of Salon give you a right as an individual, as a group for learn a protest. But however, is subject to approval of the Inspector General of Police by writing or word. If the Inspector General of Police not approve, then if you take part in that particular rally, you don't contravene, you don't defy the law, you don't break the law, and the law will hold you. Why this is so? Because people look at and say, now the Inspector General of Police and they give permits. I'll tell you secrets. I'll tell Salon people open secrets. The way the Salon police structure, the police is being controlled by the executive. This is a secret way, an open secret. You go find sometimes one say, well, Lord, they read about the Constitution. Lord, we know why, because it go help a lot. The chairman for the police council and the vice president. The vice president now get control over the police. And the vice president are part of the cabinet. Now the second in command, the second gentleman of the country. So more technically than they approve. I will be honest with this. In order that the picture, but behind the scene, these are the people that really where they control the police. So it depends on their heartbeats before a demonstration will take place. And that make people and go get it wrong. If you come out on Monday, Tuesday, believe me, you don't contravene, you don't defy, you don't disobey the law and the law. Last year, this quickly with people. If you not see that part where I put line over for let people understand clearly, chapter 3 of the 1991 Constitution, Act number 6, where you recognize, chapter 3 said recognition and the protection of fundamental human rights and freedoms of the individual. Now, if it come down to be freedom of conscience, of expression, and assembly and association, this now you right. See, inside the Constitution now you right. But however, this right is limited. Is subjected on the approval of the police, the inspector, the Inspector General of Police, where in turn gets a blessing from the vice president secretly. This now open secret. If you do not agree, not agree. Take a look at using common sense. But we get a tradition at the country. Lantern. For more this government can then ban lantern. Then ban lantern. They cite public order. They cite so many reasons and why they give permits for let people and use lantern. Our culture, you understand? Just for tell you. And we don't see the police over the years, how many people they don't kill. The issue of Tumbo, the issue of McKinney. Just imagine for ordinary generator, when not what one half a life and take life. For tell you how serious the government is when it comes. They are very, very committed for make sure say nobody no demonstrates. Perhaps total and time done. You understand? And the meaner. And so what's the legal advice here? As a Sierra Leonean, as a citizen, I feel say the best side way people that forgo demonstrate now the ballot box. Now we wait, now we see what team President Bill will do after the election, whether he will rig the election, and not say the rig and whether if he get for rig the election because of whatever, because we don't see the Minister of Information getting clip now, yeah, we say then they win the election by any means at any day. Me no say that confidence day. Perhaps not politician, you will talk anything. So after that, if we see that get credible information, all sufficient evidence for sure say President Biori the election, then we get a call for make we go out. But you know what tell me say don't let few months towards election, don't people and they oversee then they inside to now or within inside for them go demonstrate. Now go out. If really now for the country interest, we for urge we Sierra Leoneans and make them vote. I mean, let them take part by the registration more and make them go exercise, make them go vote, make them go make them, let them go shout at the ballot box by voting. If President Bio, the SLPP led government, like what they say, don't work for the best government is ever, then the people of Salon will decide at the ballot box. Now we see after that. So as far as my opinion concerned, the vote with the media personally, they ask people about them using common sense. The protest illegal according to the law. I don't just share what in the law say, and also not worth it. Why? Because we are coming to election. We are very close to election. Lord, we wait and see. I know they say people are not they suffer in the country. I know they support the things where they go, the bad things say. We they cancel the money where President they don't take. We they cancel the inside and day. But again, and you say, "Where talk to the bone, talk to the talk to the dog, talk to the bone." I don't know if I correct in the parable, but something like that. And now bring you come, dog. What can you take when it comes to this planned protest which will take place on Monday and Tuesday? Is it worth it for us to go on the street and start protesting? And probably because even some of those organizers they are trying to mimic a kind of Sri Lanka kind of style just to force the government out of power when we are very close towards election. And mind you, you get some unscrupulous, greedy, wicked politicians at the corner. So they are man there where they look for slightest opportunities for me and seize power. Mind you, any extrafurlar, God forbid, if any sojamantic power in that country they right now, they don't put to country more than 5 years back. Because when they can first thing first, African roots before. La bring you cancer. What's in your opinion? What's in you take on this? What's in you take on the planned protests on Monday and Tuesday? Did you get me?
Well, for me, I just think say you said it all, and you know, I mean, even though people you quote part of the constitution, it give rights and liberties. We get freedom of association, freedom of belonging, and for gather or protest or what have you. I think the High Commission of Human Rights, UN Human Rights rapporteur tweet something about, whether protest with alone sanction or not, or the government or police sanction or not sanction, get right to take place because alone now a signatory, you understand, to some kind of treaty. But one thing while let's say alien people ignore also the constitution make them clear say any laws or acts or treaties we not in cognizance with the Constitution, 1991 Constitution is null and void. I'm not saying within the UN guys say should be null and void, but we are not dealing here about morality. We are dealing here about within the law say. And with 1965 Public Order Act, they say if you want gather, you want protest or do certain things, you get for take police clearance. It is what it is. If people don't want let that change, their voice can be heard through the MPs there. Send letters, call you MP, make social media and campaign, civil campaigns, you understand, not to forgo harass or cost, you understand. A member of parliament, you understand, but you can write them, try to get a number, send emails, or what have you, create a platform online, you understand, and reach out to them for let the Public Order Act some parts and revise them. But as it is now, any person where one come out on Monday and Tuesday now an illegal protest. If the Inspector General no sanction such protest, and we say alone people and for no say at the end of the day, if you go lost your life, you go get lifelong injuries. Now for what? You understand? Like you rightly say, election times they near now. Barely a year. Wait and go cast your vote somehow. You understand? For change things. You understand? Or social media campaigns, as I said, because at the end of the day, if anybody out there instigates you, them and their own picking will not be at that protest. And I see a video, I think yesterday, where they make the rounds in which OSD they ginger up, they rally the junior officers, them they prepare them. You understand? For be prepared for the so-called protest them where they want hold. And it talks until he talk with me. They say whichever government in power now they work with, we work with the government of the. It was shocking. We know say that the reality and so they operate, but it was just shocking how the man they talk out with confidence, such ignorance. You understand? He's supposed for work for the state, for the people of Sierra Leone. You understand? Not necessarily for serve or for the. It is what it is. Now that's now reality. You understand? Until the public order act change, or until, as you say, we get a statement. We get statement then as a way whether the public order act, the police inspector general sanction you for good one or not give you the right for good one, but we go look and allow criticism and civil protest, not to forget if people in market, not to forget store, block traffic, but you get your placard, go put into your wherever until then. But for now, I think say anybody will go and go catch you, put you in a cell, or police go shoot you. Now it's your death image, you understand? It's high time people and they use their head, you understand? People and they use their head and make sure say politicians from different parts of the political spectrum, nobody know able to use it.
All right, thank you very much. So, family, and the want that to think, think. The one where the original for go out, think. They're not in a salon for go to before for lead the crowd, and they're up, comfortable, and they're outside. Thousands of more than 6,000 kilometers, and they push you now. Think. We don't do that side. Now jump quickly. Now we see one video they make rounds on the social media. Where a member of parliament, now constituency 096, they slap a member of parliament, SLPP member of parliament, where they slap another SLPP. Why would they bring candies? They say, to whom much is given, much is expected. Now, this now a member of parliament where belong to the same ruling SLPP, then they in confrontation, they in conflict with the chairman for the youth chairman, the supposedly youth chairman. According to what you understand, the young man challenged the MP, say, you know, do much now in constituency, where this be anger the MP again some slap, be it according to what you've seen in the video. Why we take this? Because these are the people that way they make laws and for we. Like I say, to whom much is given, much is expected. We expect say them for obey the law, then for respect it become a parliamentarian. Now people that way they make the law for we. We don't say assault, not a law. I mean, not a crime. For assault somebody, not a crime. Whether physically, verbally, assault is punishable by law. That they make the law. For that, what they use, they say, and then they brag back for that. I mean, people and so politicians, we leaders, and they really get some serious work for do. They really need serious prayer or maybe serious psychological counseling or whatever, because you know what they bluff as if to say, now you get power where you are just there for God. For say, me, anybody will do me so. I will lost you in the contract. I will jail you. I will this. I mean, impunity or arbitrary use of the law now a cause, because at the end of the day, we feel say we can obey the law, especially on top of those people that who don't get that kind responsibility for make law. If there are people that they respect the law, what you will expect from this ordinary man down there? If a member of parliament they assault another person physically, you know, take an accord to for say, okay, you challenge me or you do me so I sue in a court, that make you get the law. If somebody aggrieve you, you will get way at least for law will just play for the clip. I know so a lot of people don't see this clip, but now take a look at this very disturbing clip.
Sergeant on character. 9, yes, 9. Nine down here. Put on necktie. Put on necktie. Let's put on necktie. Let's remove her. Let them remove that necktie. Remove the necktie. Pull on.
Anybody lay hands on me, I give you 2 days. You did that. To go in and disappear like this country. Me just can see you no more. They are reversed. They are go. Thank you very much.
All right, now bring what you make of this? What you see with people in authority? Very people that will feel say as them for protect and guard the law. These are the lawmakers, and they do and they break this. And they break the law openly for let an MPD using and they assault another person, and we see some of them back in the boast to say anybody will do me something, I will make you disappear. I mean, are we in some kind of secret society, or maybe sometimes we not just a joke, or probably even the so-called democracy we say they practice, where is it because we only they use this word democracy, you know, actually sincere I mean, like it just too difficult for you understand for a member of parliament. What's now you take? If a member, we know that if in an advanced country this happen, a member of parliament, let's say from the UK, US, it happens. So maybe sometime by then say I would is a nation. What's now you take?
Yeah, I think first of the behavior of the individual, whether it's the MP or not, but more so in an MP, a public elected official, a public figure, public face. I think saying a very, very sad and appalling act from violence should be condemned in every shape or form. You understand? Then we all for condemn if even a brother say now and you happen for the watch. If even a you man you happen for the watch in a hotel and say what you do is outright wrong. There is no matter what you tell you understand. Because I mean now in this day and age people in the put up their phone, people in the video, public officials way. Like you say to how much is given, how much is expected. You understand? This imagine or not to even interpolitical discourse. Now an intrapolitical discourse, they think themselves. You understand? They behave in such a way. This not somebody we for able to portray peace, love, and harmony for people in constituency and Sierra Leone at large. they behave such a reckless way. And I believe for say, as you say, now any advanced democracy, the pressure way for them get if for them is out. You understand? If for them the pressure way for them because this video don't go viral. Thousands of people for the write letters and emails and what have you even in party now we go to write and but I wait and hope say in party where it belongs to the take a very strong disciplinary action against them, but more so parliament for take disciplinary action against them. I like in choose not for resign now. We all know say unless if parliament by the new law.
No. Forget about resign. We don't see the speaker of parliament. There are videos and catch a naked. You know resign, so forget about that.
And if parliament choose not for impeach him because to be honest, I mean if I do something very serious, I don't know if this qualify. Of course, an appalling act, an act of violence, for let them impeach. But we know say we politicians they go level, but at least then let them get some semblance of shame and portray some amount of dignity and issue a statement condemning the man's behavior and make sure say then give him some administrative fines. You understand? Because at the end of the day, they send a strong signal to other MPs, but to be the ordinary man they out there say violence of any shape or form will not be tolerated, no matter who that you be. You cannot slap somebody, you cannot hit somebody, you cannot punch somebody, no matter what the person say. You understand? You cannot, especially when you're a public official, you get to portray that amount of forbearance and patience. You understand? But the way it behaved was I mean, it's shameful, and I hope it's at least the very least will issue a public apology to the population of Sierra Leone, but also to the individual we assault.
All right, thank you. We'll take a short break and we'll come back.
Pay me. Believe us, this country, it's in its every day.
You don't see me, I can't go me picking hospital. Doctor, no watch us if we can't not get money.
Mommy, now you only dey talk. Now we the youth man in the suffer, so 30 day we dey suffer.
Now you need see. I me pack me here, so I go call it, say I not get money.
Sam, you don't believe? The policeman will not get money, they sell the rights. You know Randy, Sam believe for they sell me rights.
This thing not really more than fumble. Go blow you mind, and we don't tire, we the wire. Go play you chest, this thing not really more than fumble. Go blow you mind, and we don't tire, we the wire. Go play you chest.
Every day we need to get better light. Look now, the country don't tight. And inside you pass na dirty. The country just is smell we. Every day we dey go beyond. Where them done and say we reach. I go talk mama this a witch. This in the morning we let it talk. We the parents na college. None of the give we better knowledge. The doctor they look the patient because of you no get money. No they sorry for we the poor. So bamboo let we blow we mind. No pray for dog go clear you chest. No let find out you heart a rotting day.
This thing not really more than fumble. Go blow you mind, and we don't tire, we the wire. Go play you chest, this thing not really more than fumble. Go blow you mind, and we don't tire, we the wire. Go play you chest. Nowadays don't rough for we. That's also homeless child in the streets. We don't even get good stadium. Every day then chop millions. Why we not forget free food? Every day the country.
All right, so Fumble, that's not just a quick one on our list. Let me refresh and come back and try for end the program now. This 15 years ago, more than 15 years ago, when the song came and nothing not changed, nothing. Now, the final thing we'll get at the program, now the issue about the president and travel. We know we don't talk about plenty thing, and this now constitutional right as a citizen, as a Sierra Leonean, for make you put you mouth outside salon money they go, misappropriation of funds, embezzlement, or indiscriminate use of the loan of we fund from the consolidated fund or any kind when a salon money are for user we get right for puts. Now one of the role of a citizen, a responsible citizen, if for always they make sure so you protect it in the constitution. This not to me say now we all responsibility. Now we on part to the place. So the president traveled on a private he go on a private travel na UK, na England. And this now a president who don't know say in from I don't know, except it away lockdown be day where Ebola, I'm sorry, where COVID they don't cover the world, where then ground all plane there. Now we see the president take probably some months in the country. But after that, when normal the president no ever take complete, I don't remember I say ever take complete 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in the country without enough travel. Even if you not get no sign for go, even if you not get nobody who invite any side, it defend way for go. The president travel, the money where they say then transfer. We don't know what's the purpose for go take care of the president, maybe for go pay hotel because that money they is small. 94,000 some £100. Now they're not chicken change for president to be not chicken change. But why would they talk? Even if in a 1 cent, public money, not public money, you know, we just use on a private store, on a private visit, on your vacation, whatever, without being approved. And these are on secrets, from what you understand. Now secrets. And now it don't become something where even the government they defend, they say, well, this is not just a normal routine way of sending money, and even so many excuses, as of course, you know, they always get excuse. But again, I don't bring candies, but don't bring them can perhaps, you know, watch this, listen from Chernobyl. This all revelation come up from Chernobyl. We give credits to Chernobyl. Let me just take them quickly.
Even the possession of the letter. Please go ahead.
So make a reader. This was from the Accountant General's Department, written on the 27th of July, 2022. You understand. The reference of the letter is AGDYBBOSL, which is Bank of Sierra Leone, 27607. Dear sir, payment in respect of the presidential working visit to London, United Kingdom, from the 28th July to the 15th of August, 2022. We write on the instruction of the Financial Secretary to authorize the Bank of Sierra Leone to transfer the sum of £94,050 from the other charges account number 011001279 to the undermentioned account stated below. There you get it. Say the Sierra Leone High Commission is the payee. Payment, the details, payment for the presidential visit to London, United Kingdom from the 28th July to 15th of August, £94,050 sterling. And this was paid to the Sierra Leone High Commission, London Bank, Barclays Bank account number 733-28147. And the sort code is 201688. You get the SWIFT transfer details here. This payment is in respect of the presidential visit of His Excellency, the President and entourage to London, United Kingdom from the 28th July to 15th August 2022. We are constrained, imagine, we are constrained to use this method of payment only because of the extreme urgency of the transaction. Please send us your advice confirming that these payments have been effected. And this is signed by the Accountant General, Richard S. Williams, and countersigned by his Deputy Accountant General, Lawrence S. Cooker. Why I read this letter, and I will tell you, say.
All right, so family, that's it. And I don't see how money then they go. And this is not just small money. The reason why I don't know if politicians really they make use of their conscience, because for say they not get conscience, and I go wrong. We all get conscience, just as somebody ignore. Take a look at this short video. Let's see how people in the southern of the country. And I mean, now take a look at this video, please.
Include flooding, among others. Collect Town is situated between Ascension Town and Kintom. This slum community is densely populated. Over the years, the community has been experiencing flooding during the rainy season. A fortnight ago, the community was hit with flooding again.
I'm your sister this. He also love flop with water. See them on our people that they build water inside the ocean. Look at that.
They say it happens because the main gutter is small and it causes them sleepless nights whenever it rains.
So if you come water is small.
One main thing why water enters into the houses of people is because of the dirt coming from the dump site, and the main gutter is too small to carry heavy water. Therefore, for it to find its way, it has to pass through people's houses.
All right, so Fambule, why they bring can for tell you say issues and then at the country, very, very deplorable, serious issues and where we get all human, we get right for use all grounds of humanitarian reasons for make we solve those issues. Now we just see with presidents, the lavish money, travel. Why would they talk so? Because the presidents don't travel more than any other president in the history of the country. When he first kind of began to have people and say, "Nah, right," we all support say, "Yeah, of course, nah, right." The man just kind of power. You need for traveling, but you know, go travel 4 years now. 4 years, they know the old number. 4 years. I mean, if you get a relationship, get a friend, you know more they go friend, you know more, you know they can friend. It should say you don't get value. To be honest with you, you know you don't go friend party no more. Party they can't friend you. It shows that something is wrong. It has one time you don't get that kind what for a friend. How many presidents can visit President Bio? How many presidents? And you check how many presidents you don't go visit. You go know and understand. President Bio, he don't feel this nation. In as much as we know say don't fail this nation, don't fail itself, and the posterity go Georgia, we still encourage let people abide by the law. The more they protest, you not go, you wait for the ballot box, you go protest it. What now you take when it comes to this money, this 94,000? I don't say it's small, like privately we don't need. I don't know. What now you take?
Well, we consider the economic situation of Sierra Leone, I beg to differ a little bit. Say, the money not small. Of course, when it comes to understand the point where you become say small, when it comes to presidential impress, you understand, and kind of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
We are talking
Yeah.
about
You know, so we're talking about 10, 20 million dollars, then I will talk about not so hundreds.
You understand, but when it comes to economic hardship, I mean, just today I've been doing research on something on some diagnostic stuff center on Sierra Leone. It's shocking for sure. Say now only ECOMED, the MRI or CT scan, or what have you. I mean, now a foreigner, Nigerian, they come and do that report there and all. It was shameful for like Sierra Leone and something. You know why they watch the video? That kind of money, they must give you one. Let they cannot. Somewhere at least log both say one. Somebody, I let it come up now can boy day. Which should not should not be in this day and age for let somebody left both for camp for MRI in a future. But at least they say now government affordable. That's been said, yeah. I know say of course when the president then it gets in local and international travel account where the states they pay for, they get in interest or what have you, they get for pay for insecurity disease or what have you. We are not saying the president should not travel or the state should not cater for travel. But it's becoming very, very much comical now. Not even infuriating, but it's comical. The rate at which Rezo they travel for go bring investors and go bid for salon is not proportional to the economic impact where them travel and they play in a salon. Black and white. If it will be proportional, me for the club for a let travel more. You understand? Because you know, so anytime we go, you don't go bring an investor there, we don't can do something make we rest they can go down. Or it don't go down. It reflect. You understand? And that being said, I think say the chairman come out with an investigation and Sajusu, the financial secretary, come out and give you counterclaims. But I think say after in counterclaims, we shall not go on the air and even elaborate more on the issue. There are more questions left unanswered from even waiting the you understand? I mean, waiting the financial secretary don't say more questions left unanswered will come out. Because I mean, then we get to see statement from the reason we make the accountant general okay the money for go. And the reason why the president impressed him come out say he'll go for. So one day go for as if now for state something, why is the president in team to say I private? Now I'm no lawyer here. I don't know if with constitution permit where we president the way in private traveling if we state for pay. I don't know that one. We go happy for host any lawyer here for educate me. I don't know that one. I just know at least for insecurity the state should be responsible. I don't know now in private hotels or what have you if the state for pay. But again, whether the state for pay or the state should not pay, I believe say within the Ministry of Finance and within the presidential team, I think say the people around them not do them justice. You understand? Because the contradiction is just so much. You understand? With all the revelations and Chernobyl come with, I believe people say Sajus to get an explaining for you, more explaining for you. We understand why they, for example, they not tell waiting the president in a private. Why Sajus not tell the accountant general and Bank of Sierra Leone as if na private traveling, but rather say you understand now on official trip. Why did they sit? You understand? So there are a lot of unanswered questions, and the economic situation we Sierra Leone into right now, they just make people become more suspicious, even with the money comparatively, as you say, it's a little bit down compared to millions they don't have, but it just creates this more anxiety with people already don't get say the politicians they don't get so react and the pajos they travel. I mean, you show a very pitiful video. I mean, where depict the real Sierra Leone. I mean, that's not the capital. Now we get such slums. I know say slums not the other side. But when you begin for check certain money, then you gonna say, well, you know what? If investments not they come that much, we use them they and certain money, the million they will be used on travel, some party and be president or minister. We're not using build low cost housing for people in law use and build drainage and then things in there for people living in stone communities. At least if then go sell them one pack cigarette for day or your bed. But if then drainage good, then dirty, then get side for throw away dirty, malaria not come in other things, then at least I believe say indirectly the economic situation go they better. So for me it's all about react. Yeah. We're not able to attract yet now the political landscape, people they really so react. And I believe for say one thing again where they affect we kind of people that really go out politics because people that we don't made already in life sometimes not even go on the political drama. You understand? I mean, somebody we don't make, somebody we don't travel, don't get businesses, don't do entrepreneurship, don't create impact, generational wealth for himself. You understand? But politics na salon, I believe, say not just for now like an also game. You understand? Not for every game. You understand? But people are really good in also game. That make you see a sitting and even they leak you to that so slack. You understand? Because how come when me symbol in get one time when they reach for election, bobo. I go leak you dot slap now you want and pass you. You understand? Where at the end of the day, now do or die. Now because politics, now do or die without politics, the person not see way to create wealth for himself. He not don't create wealth for himself. So it's I mean, hopefully, I always they use this word in every other program because Salona will and we should not give up on hope. Hopefully, we'll continue for user out in Salon.
All right, thank you so much. Fambulen, now this we get time for. We'll come back on Wednesday with another program. We turn up plenty. Thank you for letting us left on a busy schedule for January. Until then, my name is Mohamed Kabo and I'll be there with
Fambulen, until next time, stay blessed, peace, and make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All right.
people, you know what I mean? We spend all the time, do research, talk, you know, we save to salon, we save help for share the video, make sure say we educate we nation one video at a time. Peace.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, talking point platform.
Yeah,